Okay, so good day class. So today we're going to discuss about your sheets S6 to S10. So in sheet S6, you can find here the reinforcement concrete beam. That's 2B-2. So this would be at support. So you have here the size is 250 mm by 400 mm reinforced concrete beam. So at the top there are four 12 mm diameter bars. Then below there's two 12 mm diameter deformed bars. Then the stirrups are 10 mm diameter stirrups. So this what's written here are the spacing. So it's spaced at 2 at 50, 3 at 100, and 3 at 150, and the rest at point 0.2 on center. Then here at the midspan, so that's at the support. So if you observe this, the design for both of the supports from both ends are the same, but at the midspan it changes because the number of reinforcements, the 412 mm could be found at the bottom. So there's a reason for that class. I think it will be discussed to you when you reach your theory of structures or your steel and concrete design. So you'll be able to determine the inflection points and understand the computations. Here at our subject in Building Tech 3, you'll just be given the opportunity to draft some of the most common designs in residential buildings. Okay? Then there's also a different design for uh, 2B-3. So the difference between 2B-2 and 2B-3 is the width of the beam. So here it's the same at 0.40, but at 2B-3 it's already 0.20. Now let's move to S7. So here class, you can see at S7 um, the roof beam plan. Okay? When you see roof beam class, the roof beam will be the one to support the process of your house. So you can also view here the different callouts. Okay, so the purpose of the callouts class, as we have discussed way back, even in building tech 2, is that so that during in construction you could easily locate the columns. Okay, so you can see here roof beam 1, concrete beam 2, CB2, RB2. So here you can also see another detail for 2B-3. So the size is that I think 2B-1 and 2, its height, its depth is 0.40, while at 2B-3 it's only 0.35. So that's the difference. If you ask me about the difference, class, there's a reason for that because it will come up in the structural analysis, which you'll tackle in detail when you reach your higher level theory of structures, because you'll be given the opportunity to compute the sizes of your reinforcements and how you're going to design them. Okay, so that's part also of architecture. Okay, always remember class that architecture is not just drawing; it's also about designing. So it has quite a heavy aspect on the technicalities as well. Okay, then let's move on to S8. At S8 class, you can see your schedule of beams. Okay, so I think it was presented in the previous drawings your RB3, CB1, CB2 in a graphical manner. So here you can see it in tabular form, wherein you can see the the top bars you have 316 mm, then the bottom bars you have 2. So you could also do this in this format, or you could also do what was done in the previous examples where it was drawn graphically. Okay. This is also an example. You can also find it here, class, in S8, your slab sections. So this is a section of your beam. So this is section A, and this is a section B. So these are taken at different points of your slab. By the way, class, like what I've said, the design for your slab, if it's going to be two-way or one-way, it's going to be discussed in your theory of structures as well, because this is part of the computations that you must do. Okay. Now for our building tech 3 lecture, we'll just tackle the basic um, uh, the basic drawings. Okay, since building tech is mostly on laboratory works. This is a typical two-way slab. Here, you can see that the bottom, your 12 mm diameter bottom bars. Okay. Here, the 12 mm diameter top bars. You can see where the section is being cut. This is B, and this is A. Okay, then finally we are our S10. So at S10, you can see the structural notes. So mostly this comes from our structural uh, engineer or from the National Structural Code of the Philippines. Okay, so I think it's up to S19. Okay, so we are already at S6 to S10. If you have any, I'm going to post last what sheets that you will be working for the next 2 weeks. Then also our coverage for the final exam. So if you have any further questions or clarifications, especially that we also have requirements for our plumbing subject, feel free to contact me anytime. Then last, always remember that when you draw these drawings, always keep in mind that uh, these drawings, these are not just drawings, they are important instructions to the site. Therefore, class, you must really draw these things in an organized way so that it will be easy for your foreman and for your engineers at the site and at the site architects as well to understand what you want to convey as the designer of the project. Okay, so this is part of your training also. So how I wish I was that we had a face-to-face laboratory so that I can see you draw. So and you can also ask me as well. Okay, so if you have questions, that's especially in the drafting process, uh, please don't hesitate to contact me anytime. I'll try to my best to answer any questions or queries. Okay. Then I also redo some of the requirements since I have been receiving emails that some of your classmates have been having financial difficulties because of the pandemic, which is something that I understand as well. So I hope that you're all doing fine. Keep safe. Then remember, class, that we are already almost at the finals, at the final of our subject. Okay, so just do your best, and as the saying goes, laban lang. Kaya yan, class. Okay. See you. See you next meeting. When we have uh, synchronous sessions.